Hello, Southern Soul Tarot fam. I'm going to be doing a channeling tonight on Luke Perry. Um, we're just going to be asking him, how he felt, um, before he had the strokes, and then during that time frame when he had this first and second stroke, like how he was feeling, and how he feels now in his afterlife. But before I get to that, there's something else that I kind of wanted to address because this is the second time now that someone has left a comment on my video. And I understand this is gonna happen, and people will leave kind of rude comments here and there, but it's the comment that they left, and it's been left twice now by two different people. um Two different people have left a comment on my page now that tarot is witchcraft and that I will burn in HELL, you ugly witch. And the reason I'm addressing this is because, for one, if any of these people believe this, I don't know why they're watching tarot card readings to begin with. Because why are you watching this if you think that if it's like the devil's work? And as far as, like I said, and I'm only speaking to the people who left the two comments, or like I said, to the rest of the subscribers, thank you for your support. Thank you for always leaving pleasant comments and nice comments, but I just wanted to address that. So, in the sense of if it were to happen again, I just wanted to let those people know that I will report you and block you from my channel, because that's not what this channel's for. I don't do these readings to be told that I'm a witch and to burn. Like, that's completely inappropriate, and honestly, you're anybody that would leave a comment like that on a video to somebody else that they don't even know, you're a complete psychopath to me, because I would never do something like that. So again, I just wanted to address that because that's the second time now that someone has said something like that to me. And so, like I said, and I just can't understand if these people believe that tarot is witchcraft, then why they're even watching these videos to begin with. Click off the video if you think it's witchcraft. But also, another thing I wanted to address before I get into the reading is that I went ahead and set up a contest for new subscribers, and they could go ahead and email me, let me know they were a new subscriber, and then I'm going to be drawing 2 people a week to do a 5 to 10 minute free reading for. Now, I thought about it today, and I was talking with another sub about it, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up to everybody, because I feel like that's only fair, because really, in the long run, yes, I would like to keep growing my channel, but my first, all my first original subscribers, I mean, y'all are the ones that helped to motivate me and, get me to where I am right now. Not that I'm very high up there, but I didn't think anybody would ever watch my channel at all. So I appreciate you all. And like I said, so anybody who would like to enter into the free reading, like I said, my email is in my about section. Just put in the subject line, it's going to be a free sub reading or just something like that, so that I know it's for YouTube. And then I will be drawing 2 winners on Monday, and I will email y'all back, and then we can decide what kind of reading you want to do, and we can decide how you want to do it, like video wise or phone wise or whatever it is. But again, I'm sorry to drag out the intro, but like I said, I just wanted to address the fact that no negativity would be allowed on this page, because that's not what it's for. These readings are for all positivity. So yeah, again, I said I apologize that if it dragged on, because we're like 4 minutes into it now, but I did want to address that because I don't appreciate being told to burn an HELL for something that I enjoy doing. And I mean, I feel like it helps some people, and I mean, I'm gonna keep doing what I feel is right. So, again, sorry for the rambling, but thank you for letting me get that out. So, I am doing the reading on Luke Perry. Now, Luke Perry is an American actor, or was an American actor. His full name was Coy Luther Luke Perry III, and he was best known for Beverly Hills 90210, He was Dylan McKay on that, and he was on it from 1990 to 1995, and then he went back from 1998 to 2000. And then, but he was born on October 11th of 66 in Manfield, Ohio. He died on March 4th, 19th in Burbank, California. Now, he had one stroke on February 27th of 2019, but that wasn't the one that killed him. It was the second one. The second stroke he had, the medical team had advised the family to go ahead and probably take him off life support because that he wasn't probably going to have a normal life. He would probably more than likely, I would imagine, be a vegetable with a stroke. So I think they went ahead and, like I said, well, they obviously did. They went ahead, took the advice, and they, pulled the plug. He was 52 years old. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, let's see how he was feeling in the weeks, months, days, or however far back he wants to go. Like I said, I'm going to say, like I've said before, I always pre-shuffle the cards and cut the deck, but I'm going to do it one more time. I'm just going to shuffle it. We're going to find out, like I said, how he felt about... Okay, so he was trying to make a decision of some sort in the weeks, in the months, and possibly days leading up to his death. And he did make the decision. It was two different decisions he was trying to choose from. Usually the error is like a logical, analytical sign, so they kind of think with their minds. So he was making a decision. So let's see what decision he chose for the weeks, days, and months leading up to his death. Okay. He hasn't told us what decision he made yet, but he does want to show us that the tower was avoided by the decision that he made. So whatever decision he made that he ended up choosing was the right one, and it avoided the tower in the past before he had the stroke. So let's see why the tower is in reverse for Luke Perry for his recent past before he had his stroke. He was able to keep his happy home intact. That's what he was trying to do when he made his decision with the Two of Swords. And like I said, he avoided the tower and he kept his happy home. So that was his energy just leading up to the stroke. That could have been just something that was going on in his life. I'm going to try to pull now and see what happened from February, I want to say until March, that he, basically the month he had the stroke. So we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups can usually mean overindulgence. I don't believe he had any type of vices. I don't think he was addicted to anything or anything like that, but it could just too be celebrating. I mean, he could have been having a great time. Going out with his family, friends, and just enjoying life. And again, and I mentioned in some past readings and, past life things, a lot of times when people pass, they can be at their happiest times in their lives because usually we come here to learn a lesson. And once you've learned that lesson, you move on to a higher level. So maybe he came here to do what he was supposed to do at this point already. At this age, at 52, I want to say it was, and so maybe he was 52, so not to say that that's that's an early age to die, but like again, we're here to learn a lesson, and once you learn your lesson is usually when you go home. And so underneath the Three of Cups, he has the Four of Cups in reverse. So. Excuse me. At some point, let me see. I want to get the energy off the card, so I'm just looking at it for a second. Okay, so it's almost like when he had the stroke, it's like he didn't want to really accept that it happened, I think, at first. I think that he felt that he was fairly healthy. I'm sorry if the camera's been out of focus this whole time. I think that he would felt that he was fairly healthy. So I think that he felt that all this attention being brought to this one issue, which was the cup being held in front of him, you know, of the stroke and his medical issues. I think he was paying attention, but it was almost like he was ignoring some of the other things that maybe he should have been addressing. Again, I'm not feeling to it. Maybe the clarifier will help us out with why the Four of Cups is reversed. Because I said the Four of Cups upright is like wanting what you can't have. So when it's reversed, I mean, it would be like you took, whether you took the cup or you didn't take the cup. So, but Judgment also came out for him that whenever he had the stroke, and Judgment is usually like a higher calling. So, and I do know he was on life support for a while. And usually when you're on life support, you kind of go back and forth between the realms because you're stuck in a body. So, he was being called to do something higher and greater. And I think he was trying to decide whether he wanted to stay or go at that moment whenever Judgment was out. So, in the future, where he is now, once he passed, he was sad. You know, he had the Queen of Cups energy in reverse. It just doesn't matter if it's a female. That's just the energy. Like I said, we are all just a soul on the other side. There's no... I mean, of course, there's males and females, but when we're doing tarot card readings, a king or queen doesn't have to mean it's a man or a woman. It could be either roles reversed. So underneath the Queen of Cups reversed, you have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So he was very sad. I think he felt that he had put all his hard work into his life and that it just completely flipped upside down. He lost everything in a quickness like that. And it just fell. And you can tell, like, once he figured out that he had passed from the stroke, he was heartbroken. I think he missed his family. I think there was probably, I mean, because who expects to have a stroke? I mean, I know it's not extremely young, but it's kind of, you know, I don't know. That's too many cards, Spirit. I think he just felt he was too young to have had that happen to him. That's how I feel by looking at like when I'm looking at this card. I feel like, how could this have happened? I was only 52, and why did it happen twice? So, so I think after a while he took on the Queen of Swords energy, or someone on. Well, no, I think it's him. Because, like I said, I think he's upset that his Eight of Pentacles just basically was completely flipped upside down. He lost his life very quickly. I mean, once you had the first stroke, he had the second stroke in less than a month, and he was on life support, and they finally just took him off, from what I understand. So, yeah. Yeah, he had two, and the second one is the one that put him on life support. So let's go ahead and do the clarifying cards to see if we can maybe understand better some of the stuff that he has, like the Four of Cups in reverse and things like that. So, again, I want to thank you for clicking on the video and watching. And like I said, to all my current subscribers, any new subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate all y'all's support. I appreciate all y'all's positivity, and just let's keep it going that way. So I've been having a great time making these videos for y'all, interacting with y'all. So I hope y'all enjoy them as much as I do. So let's see why the Two of Swords is reversed. I just want to take it because it keeps wanting to come out. You have the Knight of Wands in reverse for the Two of Swords in reverse. Now, that could be because he had to make a decision. He made the decision. The decision, it didn't come in fast. Like, when he made the decision, it shut down the Knight of Wands energy. And I think that's how he avoided the Tower that's coming up right underneath it. Like I said, he had to make a choice between two people or things. He made his choice, and it wasn't the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is basically turned his back on him and was like, I'm hitting the road. See you later. So, but he avoided the tower with that. So that's good, because that means that person had no business in his life to begin with. Yeah, he took on the King of Swords energy towards this person. So, he was still very polite, and this is going over the tower in reverse. So this is the King of Swords is what kept the tower moment from happening. So, yeah, he took on, he was using his words, his mind, negotiation skills, things like that to work out the problem. So we have the Four of Swords here. So let's see why. All right. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which means I think this is when we're starting to go into the stroke, because the Wheel of Fortune is like the universe spinning the wheel, and it's in reverse. So with it being in reverse, I'm going to say it stopped. Usually when it's upright, it's spinning. So that means something's going to happen, whether you like it or not. And when it's in reverse, it's still going to happen whether you like it or not, but it's not going to happen the way you thought. Like I'm sure he didn't expect to have a stroke and die that way. And especially 2 back to back and be on life support. So that could be why the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. Let's see why the Three of Cups is here for the week that... for this actual, when he had started to have the strokes. Why is the Three of Cups here for that? That's an odd card. Yeah. So you have the Hanged Man for the Three of Cups. So I guess maybe he was acting a bit out of character that week, but it could have been because he was about to have a stroke, So, I mean, not that, it's just, a stroke can make you confused. It can make you agitated, not really understanding, very confused where you are, what you were doing, where you were going, things like that, what you came into a room for, So, I mean, I think maybe he was already starting to feel the effects of the stroke. And that's what the Three of Cups was. Like, he felt like he was feeling great, but he didn't realize it was the stroke that was kind of like the toxin, the stuff. The stroke was playing with his mind, basically. So you have the World to go over the Four of Cups in reverse. And so he didn't want a new start because with the Four of Cups, like, he didn't want to accept the Four of Cups. He wanted a brand new start. And I think this is probably going into the second stroke, because I think he felt like, okay, I had my stroke. It's gone. It happened. It's over. So now I'm going to rebuild this world so that I can live the life that I want to live and hopefully be around for my family. So let's see why Judgment is here underneath that. Yeah. So the Tower came out upright that time. And I think this was the time that he finally went ahead and passed. Because it's underneath, like I said, it's underneath the World. And it's in the row of this, like I said, this is when I think it kind of happened, and that's when the news was delivered to his family by the doctors that they thought it would be best to pull him off of life support because of the severity of his second stroke. Now let's see what the Queen of Cups is reversed for right after he passed. Okay, you have the Moon here. Now, the Moon is the Cancer card usually. It's water, emotions. So, it goes kind of with the Queen of Cups. I think he felt like, maybe he felt the doctors didn't give him enough information, or that, they should have caught it sooner, or they knew something that they didn't tell him. I don't know. I feel like he felt like somebody didn't tell him something that had to do with his health. And if they would have done it, it probably would have happened. So that's what I'm kind of getting from that for some reason very strongly. I feel like very strongly he is telling me, like, they messed it up really bad, and that's what ended up happening. So, I mean, like I said, that's just the energy I'm getting. Okay, so Let's see why the Eight of Pentacles is in reverse for his afterlife and why he felt that way. Because of the Queen of Wands. Now, this would have been a fire energy in his life. Maybe he felt that, whoever, the Queen of Wands is usually Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, because that's the fire signs. So, again, but it doesn't have to be a queen. It can be a king. But something happened on the afterlife. Once he passed, he felt that he worked really hard. He lost it quickly. But I think there was someone almost waiting for him on the other side. I think that's what the Queen of Wands is. That's what I feel now. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was trying to... Sometimes I have to touch the cards and actually feel what they're trying to tell me. And then what I'm hearing. Because usually I'll hear a word or a phrase. And so I have to connect it to the card. And that's how I confirm what I'm channeling. So yeah, I think once he passed, the Queen of Wands came in upright to help him transition because he was upset. Because underneath that you have the Queen of Swords underneath the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Swords is reversed. And this is after the Eight of Pentacles also being upside down. So yeah, the Queen of Wands came in to help to calm him when he passed. And I think in an emotional way, not in... I think he was upset in a sad and this is unfair way. But I don't think he was screaming and going on or anything like that, like the picture looks like, but he was coming out of that type of energy. It's kind of like no, I don't want to, but yes, you have to, but no, I don't want to. So that's what that card is about, kind of. So I don't want to, it's probably well, you're dead. Well, no, I don't want to be. I'm not supposed to be. So that's probably the energy that's coming from that card. I think that's what the Queen of Wands was explaining to him. Look, I know this is not how you thought it would go, and you took great care of yourself, but this was your plan, and this was how it was supposed to happen. And so, he put the wands down, and he accepted that. Let's see what his purpose of life oracle is. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. So that is his card for y'all. And I think that's just something positive that he wanted to put out there. I think, again, he died unexpectedly from a medical condition. So I think he just wants to just let people know there's not enough love in this world. And that was the point in the beginning of my video, I guess, in a way. It's if you don't like tarot cards, why are you even watching the video? And much less to make such a nasty comment on it, to somebody and tell them something like that about their life. This is my personal life, so that's hurtful. But I know they're just doing it to be hurtful. So, of course, whatever, who cares? But like I said, yeah, I think he's just saying, be nice to each other and love each other, because whether a lot of people like to believe it or not, we all are connected. We all came from the same person when we entered into this earthly realm. Not the same person, but same source. So, you really are no different. And you will see that person again, and you will have a life review, and you will be asked why you behaved the way you did and why you treated people the way you did in your life. So just make sure when you're living your life that when you pass, it can be something that you can watch back to yourself and be proud of, and not go, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Oh my God, I was totally horrible, that person, and I should have never done that. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to look back at your life and review going, I loved my family. I took care of my children, to the best of my ability. I, was tried to be nice. I was nice to everybody, and tried to be the nicest I could to everybody I met when, depending on their energies too. But you want to be able to have that after you pass. You don't want to watch a lifetime of you treating people like crap, because you will spend a good amount of time in the afterlife making up for that. So, Like I said, there's different levels. You work your way back up before you're able to learn your lesson once you pass, even. So, again, I want to thank you for watching the video. I know I talked a lot more about some other stuff than I usually do, but I just wanted to hit on those subjects because, like I said, I didn't appreciate the 2 comments saying that. And as far as, like I said, with the subscribers, whoever wants to enter for the free reading, new subscribers, old subscribers, go ahead and just email me, and I'm going to add you into the drawing pool, and I will let the 2 winners know on Monday. So once again, thank you for watching Southern Soul Tarot, and I will be doing another channeling probably again soon tonight, or it might be in the morning. But I will be seeing y'all again very soon. Like I said, thank you for subscribing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And I will see y'all in a little bit. Y'all have a great night so far.